first. Wonder if this break it again.
It won't break it this time, Talk. Instead, OBS just decides to break itself. What we said was, well, the first thing we said was I smashed my knee off my desk because I tucked it and the camera was shaking. But you didn't hear that, so that's fine, right? It's not a problem. Then we said, and you've got less time now, that if you're in the UK and you're English, you've got precisely 4 minutes now to complain about the heat, okay? And the reason why you have precisely 4 minutes to complain about the heat is because, I quite like it, but I've heard it a lot today about how hot it is and how horrible it is. You got 4 minutes to complain about the heat. I need to learn also, before I go on stream every single fucking Wednesday, to check OBS. Because if OBS updates itself, what happens is it just drops all of the default inputs for audio. Now, it does it for camera as well, but I can see the camera and I change it. And I should think to myself, check the audio. And I don't because I'm fucking lazy. But we're here now. We're working. We do this every Wednesday at 8:30. It's normally just as unprofessional. Sometimes something goes wrong. Who cares? We're here to have fun. We're here to enjoy ourselves. And tonight we're going to talk about Codex Chaos Demons because we've had some more announcements lately. We did a little short video about it recently, actually. A couple, in fact, that have covered some of the updates to Chaos Demons. So I'm interested to know what you guys think about that. And basically, it's going to be a chill night because I'm exhaustedly tired for things that I've been doing.
That's enough about Daemons. Do something better.
Someone just fucking ban Starius temporarily, right? Cool. Thanks for the donation, Starius, for your heroes. So yeah, OBS is a fucking arsehole, basically. It's throwing me off my flow straight away.
Mic is muted.
Thanks, Talk, in there just in time to let me know. Appreciate it. Before we get going, before we talk about the updates to Demons that we've seen so far, some of the announcements that we've seen and whether people are excited about Demons, what we'll also talk about a little bit, I guess, is I'm going to ask you guys what you're excited for, what you want to see, what you're hoping to see in the upcoming Codex. Before we get into all of that nonsense, right, we're going to jump straight into channel sponsors. If you aren't aware, we're sponsored by 2 companies mostly here. Thank you, Andy, for the donation. We're sponsored by Element Games and Seed Studios. Element Games is a link in the video description below. Make sure you use it. Make sure you buy all of your pre-orders, especially when Demons come out, from the Element Games link in the description below. It means you directly support the channel here, and we sincerely appreciate it. We get 5% kickback, basically, for everything that you purchase through that link. ! Element in chat if you want that link. Equally, Seed Studios are a recent and incredible sponsor of the channel. I had some more whip photos come through today of the 1,000 Suns that they're doing, which is just incredible. So check out Siege Studios again, ! I think it's ! Siege in the chat, and you can get the link to Siege Studios. And they do I think for new people that visit the website, you get an initial 10% off your first order as well, which is amazing because their product is just phenomenal. They're basically the best painting service in the world, right? Probably one of the more expensive ones, but that's because they're the best. Trust me, I've seen these work in progress photos and they are incredible, right? Anyway, massive shout out to Tim. You gifted 5 members, but I need to turn the members thing back on, don't I? We turned it off because you lot nearly broke it last time, didn't we? Alert box, memberships. Now you're going to try and break it again as I'm about to turn it off. I don't want to test it. I don't want to test members. Enable. It's all going wrong tonight. It's definitely not the heat, honest. Save. Cool. So massive shout out to Tim Chaser and Talk, 2 absolute legends of the channel, for gifting 5 memberships each. You fucking heroes. We sincerely appreciate it. Sticking us up another 10 memberships. I've got to do the manual update now as well, haven't I? You're heroes. Thank you. Thank you so much for gifting people memberships. It's amazing. If you guys have been gifted a membership, please make sure you use it. ! Discord. Come and join us in chat. I hope that you guys love it. Genuinely hope that you guys love it. And if you do, hopefully you'll think about keeping it for yourself without having to be gifted one every single month. It'd be super important. It's super lovely for us if you do those sorts of things. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's all going wrong, people, tonight. How to throw Liam off straight away. Member goal. Month is August. No, it's not the 91st of August, you fucking... The 30th. There we go. Cool, we're done. We're good. Right. You're all throwing me off tonight. It's all panic. It's all panic. Mind you, it could be worse, right? I could be playing a rip-off of Super Smash Bros. On stream. Awkward. Anyway, Codex Chaos Demons. Cool. Thank you so much. Gifted subs, by the way, is an incredible way of supporting the channel. So super chats. 10% of all super chat revenue is gifted to charity, so we can give back. So thank you so much, all of you wonderful people who are donating, supporting the channel, financially supporting the channel. It's going very, very well. I'm very, very happy. If you were with us a week and a bit ago and you know about the Super Secret project, it's all going into that. I've recently bought some extra bits of technology and some bits of kit for the pre-recorded videos. We started those this week. This is going to be a tedious segue. We started those pre-recorded videos this week. We started the first one at the weekend, did the second one on Monday, the third one yesterday. Today I've had half a day off, not a complete day off because I was in the gym this morning and we are streaming this evening. And if you saw the first one, we talked about demonic invulnerability, a new rules update that the Games Workshop community page stuck out at the end of last week. And if you saw the two this week, we saw reinforcements inbound, so the pre-orders that are going up this week, which includes the Sycaran, the Leviathan, the Contemptor, lots and lots of Heresy models. But remembering that we can use all of those Heresy models in 40k, which is amazing, and beautiful models, the plastic kits, which we've been waiting for forever. And then yesterday we did the Happy Khorne Day, where they announced the brand new Khorne Berserker, which got me particularly excited. It's interesting that a few people have said that they're not that bothered by that Khorne Berserker. I thought he was stunning. And then they give us some more rules for Fleshhounds, for Skulltaker. We'd already seen a stat line for Bloodletters, a stratagem or two. I know it's all been Khorne so far from what I've seen. I am, as a Khorne Demons player who has mostly Khorne Demons in the studio, particularly excited and happy about what they've showcased for Khorne Demons so far. So it's a time for me to be excited. I have absolutely categorically stated that the demon saves thing I'm kind of not sure on. If you watch that first video that we put out on Saturday, Sunday, whenever it was, it seems kind of weird the way they've done it, simply because it's 2 saves instead of 1 save, and it specifically states that they're not invulnerable saves, they're demonic invulnerable saves, so they can't be modified in any way, they can't be ignored by any weapons that ignore invulnerable saves, which is an interesting direction to go. Okay. It also means that there's a slight extra layer of complexity, and I would expect that we won't see all models with the same invulnerable saves. We won't. So you are going to have to remember who's got what and where, who's got what for melee, who's got what for range.
Just wanted to let you know the new pre-recorded format is awesome. Keep it up.
I'm going to try, Adrian. I'm really hammering myself for content at the moment. I'm enjoying it, but yeah.
Can you do a quick look in Stream Gallery for the new reg?
I will do a look in Stream Gallery for the new reg talk, I promise you. I need to open up. Let me open up Discord. So, the new demons are coming. They look incredible. The rules look interesting. The demonic invulnerability is something that I'm not 100% on. However, what I will say specifically is that the fact that it makes the demons more survivable in ranged, because what we've had historically, if you've not played against demons, if you don't know demons, what we've had historically is a 5+ invulnerable save for chaos demons. That's it, 5+. There were certain ways you could get some 4+s. So a Bloodthirster could get Armour of Scorn, for example, to give him a 4+ invulnerable save. There's other ways you could do things like that. There was a stratagem you could use to boost your invulnerable to 4+, but typically 4+ was the best you could get as well. Having said all of that, that was all you got. You had a 5+ in melee, you had a 5+ in range. So if someone hit you from afar, someone hit your big Bloodthirster from afar, you just died. It just happened. You just died. 5+s are okay. They're not bad, but they're not incredible. And now we're seeing eras of things like Hammerhead gunships, which completely ignore invulnerables. So that little 1/3 chance of saving everything that you had as a demon player is kind of being removed, because there's lots of stuff out there that just removes invulnerable saves. Now, as a Khorne demon player, I know I have skull cannons, but that's basically all I have ranged. I 100% rely on getting my army across the table and into melee. And I'm not a Tau player with shit tons of guns. I'm not a Tyranid player who might want melee but has some range firepower and lots of mortal wound outputs. You know, even Khorne Berserkers and World Eaters I have Decimators, a thing that kick out some reasonably decent firepower. As a Khorne Demons player, I don't have any of that stuff. I solely rely on tiring across the table. So to see so far that they've all got a 4+ invulnerable save now as standard against ranged attacks that's unmodifiable and cannot be ignored, I'm for that as a rules change. I'm for that as an introduction to something different and something new for Khorne demons, because it makes the demons more survivable. Having said that, I'm not entirely sure that introducing essentially another new rule is the best way of doing it. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Then we look at some of the stat increases. The Bloodletters have gone up to Toughness 4, they've gone up to Strength 5, all good stuff. The Fleshhounds have gained extra movement, more strength. They gain extra damage on the charge now. If we assume that they were the same as before, Strength user AP -1, 1 damage, and they got up to 2 damage on the charge, that's still decent. But I wouldn't be surprised to see if their AP's improved as well. They look good, they look strong, the Fleshhounds do. Skulltaker looks decent. He looks like he's going to frighten a lot of things in melee. We'll see. We'll see what his sword can do. It's the Slayer sword. It should be decent. He rerolls all hits and wounds against characters, and every time he kills a character, that aura gets bigger. That's exciting, right? It's just a good time, I think, to be a Demons player, and I'm hoping the Codex, when it comes out, is in the right place. I think it will be, and I think I'm allowed to say this now. We got given some guidance, and I think I'm allowed to say this now. The Khorne Demon Codex, the Chaos Demon Codex is the first codex me and the team worked on in 9th edition. You know, just before they sacked all the playtesters. This is the first one we actually worked on. So I'm very excited about this particular codex. Obviously, I can't give you tons of detail because we don't even know what the final draft looks like, because they can change things from the final version of playtesting to final draft. It's entirely up to them, clearly. So it might have changed still, but I'm very excited that it's coming. We worked on it. I want to know what you guys think of it. What do you think about, importantly, what do you think about demonic saves? Tell me about demonic saves. What do you think about those? Because that's something that we've definitely seen that we can talk about. Come on. I'm going to jump into chat now. So that's me done for 10 minutes, right? With all the technical issues and explosions and fucking gifted memberships and super chats, we're done. That's good. So, hashtag blame Liam says, yeah, absolutely. It's all on me, us guys, yeah. We were told that when things started to get previewed, we could say that we worked on the codex. We just can't tell you specifically what we worked on. But considering I told you before that we were the only UK Crusade playtesting team, you can assume we worked on that. But to work on Crusade, you have to work on all the other rules as well, right? I have 10 Magnums in the freezer. That is a flex, Ozzy, you rich bastard. Do you think that Necrons just shouldn't acknowledge the existence of demons and at the same time not be affected by them? No, why? Why? I'm hyped for Nurgle demons in my Death Guard army. Looking forward to Demon Patrol to have Epidemius for my Demon Engines, Poxbringer to heal Morty, Nurglings for forward deploy. See, Michael, what you've done there, however, is you've made the fatal mistake of assuming that all the rules will be similar. That Epidemius will still take a tally and affect all Nurgle demons. You've made some assumptions there. If you haven't bought them yet, get the Codex in hand first. I don't like it's been talked. I don't know if it's been talked about, but I don't like the cap on troops at 10 models. If you look at the Bloodletters, they've got toughness 4 up invulnerable save, strength 5. I'm not sure about the cap at 10, but I can see why they've capped them. Maybe a cap at 20 would have been okay. But 30 at toughness 4 up invulnerable save, strength 5.
Can we talk about modeling one day instead of the game painting, kit bashing, what you're working on, etc.? I love your content, but would be nice to talk about the other side of the hobby.
Absolutely can do talk, yeah. Probably in about 3 or 4 months. No, we'll do that. We'll talk about it in a minute, actually, because I've been working on stuff. 3+
unmodified save on horror is going to suck.
Have they announced that already? I didn't know if they showed that off already. Yeah, so I think when you think about putting them into units of 30 with toughness 4 up in Vun, etc., that just assuming there's going to be stratagems and abilities and rules you can stack on top of them as well, that would be crazy. So I get why they've come down from the unit of 30, but 10 might be a kick in the nuts for some people, yeah. Especially, I mean, I think I have 60 or 70 of them. Let me dream. I've not bought anything yet until I see the codex. Yeah, make sure you see the codex first. I'm not saying they do or don't. I'm not saying they have or haven't changed. I'm just saying, and I advise everyone to do this all the time, just wait, specifically for characters, wait until the codex comes out. Some things, if you're going to just buy Nurgle Demons, some things are pretty safe, right? Plague Bearers are safe because they're always going to be the troops' choice. Nurglings are relatively safe because they're always going to be in the codex. Just wait. It was on Warcom about the horror saves and the Bloodletter saves. That's horrendous. Should be 8 or 16, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Pink horrors, blue horrors, brimstone horrors. Oh my. Oh my, oh my, oh my. 6+ in melee, so you've got to get there. But as long as you hit them in melee, they'll crumple like a fucking wet paper bag. Okay. Looking forward to Tzeentch being initially good and then battered into the ground with an earth bat. The thing is, though, Ben, you have to realise that we don't know what their damage output's like. Their damage output could be nothing at all. So just sit there with a 3-up info. But they don't do anything to you, so, you know. Can't you have like 6 troop slots in one detachment? I think it's 6 for a battalion. So I can use them all, Vex. It's just 6 units of 10 instead of 30. They used to be such glass cannons. You did 30 to get some of them to the enemy. Yeah, they did used to be. Now they're a little bit tougher, so hopefully they'll get there. Right? Need to book dig. Stampers coming. Hey, what? What are you about? Need to book digs. Oh, need to book digs. Oh, okay. So it's because you're coming down to the GT, right? In the future, one of the DZ GTs. Get yourself down. Dempsey confirms Epidemius is different. Spread the word. That's not what I said. I'm saying he could be the same. His rules might be exactly the same, in fact. Who knows? I like the saves make sense for the army and helps define the gods and their kins. They are not all simply 5++, which was not good enough and boring. It wasn't good enough. That's correct, right? Can demons be added into CSM? We don't know. I have to wait and see what the codex says. If the codex says your army must be demons for these benefits, I mean, arguably anything can be added into anything, right? It's about what you do and don't lose. Strats, warlord traits, relics, etc. Some things you'll lose, like super doctrines and stuff. Some things you lose if you soup. Some things you don't. So we'll have to see what the codex says and how it interacts with Chaos Space Marines. Be interesting. Is it worth putting demons into a chaos list? Who knows competitively? Narratively, I always think it's a bit fun to add demons in. They went through a phase in 8th edition. The codexes went for a phase of having demon units in them. So the Chaos Space Marine Codex, for example, had bloodletters and horrors and stuff in the codex, right? And they took them all out in 9th. I think it's probably because it was rules printed in multiple locations. That's probably why they did it. I guess that kind of makes sense, but they went sort of down the route of making it more soupy and using them together, which I think is what they should be doing. Like I like the idea of running demons with Chaos Space Marines. I think it's narratively cool. I'm all about narratively cool. That's what we should be doing. The community page says soup is okay up to a percentage. There you go. That's cool. I think they will probably go over the top with the range and power projection and shenanigans. Maybe the Cumbrians are coming. Anyone else coming for GT? I think there's a few. Soup, I like tomato. Talk legend. And right will lose stuff perhaps. Might do. You never know. As soon as I can burn stuff with my flamers, as long as I can burn stuff with my flamers, I'm good. Well, they're Tzeentch flamers. That's what they're called, right? Flamers of Tzeentch. So I'm assuming they still have flamers. The Soul Grinder's guns look better, but it's saved kind of crap now. I haven't seen it. Is there a tentative release date yet, or is it still up in the air? For what demons, we have no idea. We don't know until they tell us. So who knows? Who knows? Who knows? It's like everything else. You'd have to wait for the reviews to drop so you know they're on pre-order. But actually, Games Workshop now tell you a week before the pre-order date when you can pre-order. So you'll find out at some point in the future when they'll put their little Sunday release out. Or, instead of watching the Sunday release, you could watch my video on the Monday that says this is what's coming up for pre-order. Because I just take their content and turn it into video, right? And ask for you to come and watch it. I'm hoping for a Monster Mash list where you can just take great demons, have 8 great demons versus knights. That sounds amazing. That sounds like fucking fun, right? So, talking about modelling and painting, just to keep Talk happy, because Talk's one of my favourite people, right? How many of you, because of some of these changes to rules, are going to look at starting to collect a Chaos army, a Chaos Demon army? How are you going to... What are you looking to do? What's your composition? Are you monster mashing it like Brad? Do you want multi-gods? You're going to convert... Like, I often think Tzeentch is a missed opportunity. I often feel like Tzeentch is a huge opportunity to kit bash and convert, because Lord of Change, right? How many of you would like to do that kind of stuff? Look at all these grey names as well. Tom Cruise Missile, what a great name. That codex is going to be fucking awful. Interesting, why? Thanks, Luce, for putting all the tournament details up. Handy. Felt like a dumb question on Discord, but glad it was put up. It's answered all my questions. That's fine, mate. Yeah, it's not a tournament. If you're Asbo, if you're on about the DZ Open Day, it's not a tournament. It's just to hang out and play. I'd love to do pure corn. Good man. Love Monster Mash, says Nurgle Matthew. Carnific style demons, not HQ, but just bring big monsters. They have any big monsters that aren't HQs? They leaked the data slate toughness 8 now with 4+5+ for the Soul Grinder. Did they? I haven't seen that. I'm thinking of branching out on other parts of Chaos, like Demons and other Chaos Legions. That's cool. That's cool, Khan the Betrayer. Going to refresh my Nurgle Demon army. Good man. I've got some Chaos Space Marines and some Krieg. I might buy some Demons, says Master Will. You have a problem, sir. You'd be fine. I want to make Spawn like a Demon Engine mini Morlophine. That'd be cool. I already have Tzeentch and Slaanesh Demons. Buddy just got Demons pumped to smash into some Nurgle and Slaanesh. Tom Cruise Missile, what a name. Yeah, absolutely. I'm aiming for a charge of the Rohirrim with Blood Crushers backed by a ton of letters. That sounds cool. Already have 6k of Night Lords. May have to add some Word Bearers and add some Demons. That sounds like a good idea. I support that life choice. Long as you guys, obviously not if you're in the US, long as you guys are using that element link for all this stuff, right? Below. When Be'lakor came out, I did Chaos and Divided with him, have Demons from all the gods. Be'lakor says.
PSST. Stream gallery.
Yeah, I've downloaded the video talk, I just haven't looked at it yet. I'm kind of working, right? I'm kind of on stream right now. It's hard to just go away and watch someone else's video when I'm streaming. I'm just saying. Got about 5k of Thousand Sons and 3k of each Demons. Can't wait to play them together. That sounds awesome. Anything non-corn, I really just like the pathetic excuse of a god. Right, that's enough for Starius to get banned. Timed out for at least. Cast, stand down, cast. We've got Starius. Time out, there we go, done. Fucking best god. Timed you out. My own Chaos Marine Warband so I can do Worldy and normal Chaos Space Marine coming after my Blood Angels Heresy army, so I got a bit. That sounds amazing. Not for me, says Barton Farm, I'm afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. There's something in the stream gallery, is there? Well, apparently so, yeah. Can't wait to play my Slaaneshi host and have a fighting chance again, says Jeremy. Well, we'd like to think so. If they're getting a 9th edition codex, they're probably getting a glow up, or across the board, we'd like to think that they're going to do a good job of bringing their rules in line with the current edition. Have we seen a codex drop that didn't stand up to the edition yet? Answers on a postcard. Have we seen a single codex yet that's come out that's been a bit meh, very underwhelming? Or have all of them come in and been able to compete? Genes to the Cult, maybe. Genes to the Cult is maybe one where it came out and it's just been a bit, not really sure. For a recent doubles tournament, ran Morty Be'lakor, Great Unclean One, Rotagus, named Forgeworld Demon Prince, filler Nurgling spam done. That sounds amazing. That sounds like a right cool list. Stream Gallery sounds like a fancy name for a bank of urinals. That's amazing. Imperial Knights? GSC, you guys agree GSC, cool. Imperial Knights, that's a hard one, Imperial Knights. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. In Discord chat, Starius was on about stabbing and cutting. He's more corn. Yeah, he is, exactly. Necrons. So Necrons were a first... So Dave, I don't disagree with you, but Necrons were a first codex. So it's hard for them to be up with the edition when there wasn't anything to compare it against. Some have been more broken than others. Yeah, I agree. Tycho, Genes to the Cult. Yeah, I agree. Genes to the Cult. Thousand Sons. Chaos apparently went undefeated in a GT in Australia, but I haven't looked into that much. I think Creations of Bile. That's interesting. Creations of Bile is a good build, to be fair. Space Wolves, Sean says. Yeah, okay. Space Wolves, I wouldn't say were amazing when they came out. They were okay. I found CSM meh when compared to how much I nerd squirted over Eldar. Talking of which, that's currently what I'm working on. My Eldar army, I'm putting sand on bases. Fuck me, this is tedious. The world supply of... I had to buy a world supply of PVA glue to do all my bases to get the Eldar ready for spraying, and we bought 3 tins of White Scar paint. So, we're getting there slowly. But it's now 29 degrees, and you have to be between 15 and 25 degrees to spray. So we are... Yeah, we're not in a place where we can spray right now, which is mad. Fuck, I turned the membership thing back on. John McCardle, you hero, but Jesus fucking Christ. Thank you, John. You're a legend. For 50 gifted memberships. You've come in at just the right time, Luce. I don't think, actually, the bot's turned itself back on, so we're not going to have 50 explosions. But John has just chucked out a shit ton of memberships. If you haven't got gifted memberships turned on, make sure you've got gifted memberships turned on, and you might get yourself a free gifted membership thanks to the incredible legend that is John McArdle. I need to get his name tattooed on me somewhere, I think, at this rate. To be honest with you, you're a fucking hero. What a legend. Look at all these incredible members coming in. There goes chat, says Talk. Yeah, I know. Fucking Jesus. They've all been claimed as well, John. Straight in, all been claimed. Boom. Legend. I now need to end and put this up to... Look at that. So on the 10th of the month, you guys hit the membership goal. And I set it high this month because I thought I would be... You know what? I'll set it high. They won't hit it. They won't hit it straight away. What the flying fuck was that, says Cass. Cass, that's what happens when a big dick player comes in and gifts 50 memberships in the stream. 50 memberships. Everybody who's just been gifted a membership, if you haven't already, !Discord, get yourself in Discord, come and join us. Link your YouTube to your Discord account so you get access to all the relevant threads. Like, it'd be a shame if you got gifted a membership by a legend like John and you didn't then use it. Make sure you use it. You'll love it. I have no doubt that you'll love it, and next month you'll want to keep it. Okay? Fucking hero. What a legend. More membership gifted than non-members present. Absolutely. There is still some non-members in the chat though. Look, RTRT's there. I like eggs. Good man. We like eggs too. Lucy's, are you staying for long?
Why?
Just because I was about to say Lucy's in the chat now.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, Lucy's here. Well, there you go. She's turned up. I feel my member withering away in comparison, says Ozzy. 50 holy shit. I know. What a fucking hero. What an absolute legend. Absolute legend.
Are you getting a pug puppy?
No, why?
Oh.
What makes you say that?
I just didn't think she should get one now.
He's got no chance. I would never agree to that, and you know that.
Is that all from
fucking Joe and
Joe's
that fucking tape measure?
Have you pressed the button so that it reels in?
No.
It's vicious.
No.
Lose your finger to that.
No. None of this pug nonsense. It's not talking about fucking stupid dogs.
Did you hear Ben crying?
No, why?
I introduced the soap to him. Didn't go down well.
What do you mean you introduced? I don't understand.
In the bath, he cried, like screamed up there, and I was like, "Oh my god, shut up!"
You did it, John. Liam has to get a pug puppy named Mr. Winters now.
No, he doesn't. Yes, and that's not what happens. That was never agreed. Never agreed. Big fucking claps in the chat for John though, because he's a legend. Clown haters, subscribe.
If he kept Corn cunning, he would be interesting, but somewhere along the line, he was made thick.
Best gods, Darius. I'll time you out again. I'll just sit here timing you out all night. Don't worry about it. Demons like companies. There's no good matter. Speaking of big, your missus is here and the true power has arrived.
Thanks, Cass.
Yeah, wow. Oh, did you take that thing back, Joe? Is it still in the studio? Because I will fucking go and stamp on it. All newbies, make sure you use the membership. This is by far the best Warhammer community I've been a part of. Thank you, Rambo. What a legend. What a legend. I paid for Liam to use the pug measure. Very disappointed. It's not going to happen, Minkster. Not going to happen. They're not a real dog. If you can pick it up easily with one hand, it's not a real dog. If you can drop kick it, and I suggest that if you see it pug, you drop kick it. But if you can drop kick it, it's not a real dog. That's a fact. I'm excited for the Demon Prince. It's going to pick up at least 2, the new model. I'm interested to know, Rob, if we think they're going to actually release that with the 40k Demons Codex. That model is beautiful. It's a really nice model. But are we going to have to wait for the AOS release of that Demon Prince? Or are they going to drop it with the 40k Codex? What do you think, people? Because that new Demon Prince model, the current 40k Demon Prince model just doesn't stand up to that new one. The new one is so pretty. So pretty. It's a sexy loaf of bread dog. It's not, Joe. It's not. Joe, I know you're a mod. I can time you out because I own the channel. Right? I'll ban you. Shouldn't you be playing your Call of Duty now anyway, you fucker? Drop kicking is a small mercy for that sort of life those dogs are living. They're not living a life, are they, Carl? And they're basically bred into a mess, right?
Yeah, I think they're officially on the Kennel Club list. Or something.
They're bred so much that they're basically fucked at the point in which they're born. Pugs look like maggots with legs, says Rudy. I like you, Rudy, quite a lot. I prefer dogs with snouts. Yes, proper dogs.
Do you think demon rules will have an effect on Chaos Demon stuff?
As in Chaos Demon stuff in the Chaos Space Marine Codex? You're on about like demon engines and stuff, Darius, and warp talons and what have you. Is that what you're on about? Let me know. If that's what you're on about, then I'll give you an answer. But I just want to clarify first, because otherwise it just sounds like, well, demon rules affect demons, and it's like, well, yeah, obviously. It's Warzone Wednesday, but I'm dropping them for Battlefield. That's the right life choice, Joe. Played a bit of that today. Khorne's martial side gives him so much more nuance. Khorne is the best god, that's a fact, and everybody else is wrong. Are pugs the ones that can't actually breathe themselves? I think so now, yes. Breathing problems because of deformed faces. There we go, see? Because you've bred that ugly looking fucking dog that looks like it's ran headfirst into a wall multiple times. It can't even breathe properly. Minxa says, Luce, please buy a pug, it should be glorious. Luce will not be on board with that, trust me. We're a proper dog family.
Robert White, there's someone in Norway who's breeding the pug defects out to make them actually dogs again. Oh, that'll probably take like, I don't know, 3 generations worth.
John says pugs should be dealt with the same way baby seals were in the 1980s. Swift slap to the back of the head, then windmilled into tarmac. That's brilliant.
Is that what happened to seals?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
I like it. I'm a fan of that. I wonder if Chaos Demons Army based on pug community thing. No.
Yes, CSM Demons.
Okay, cool. So, do I think that the Demons rules will affect anything in the Chaos Space Marine Codex? No. I don't think we'll see any changes to Warp Talons, Possessed, Mauler Fiends. I can't see them giving them, for example, demonic invulnerability saves. So, Demon Engines, even Possessed, Warp Talons, etc. They are Space Marines. They're essentially physical entities possessed by a demon. Whereas the demons in the demon book aren't physical entities possessed by a demon, they are quite literally demon spawn made manifest. So strictly, narratively, they're made of different things. So demons, as in pure demons, are made of pure warp energy. That's why they have a demonic invulnerability save. I don't think we'll see it have any impact whatsoever, if I'm honest with you. That's what I think. Buy a pug, call it Mighty Joe. No. I just want a timeline for release from Games Workshop. The hype shine is gone for me. So, who would want a roadmap at the release of a new edition that gave you, loosely, time frames for codexes? So maybe it would say that, sake of argument, August 2022, 10th edition comes out. Clearly, I'm not telling you the truth, right? Because we're currently in August 2022. But August 2022, 10th edition comes out. And maybe it would say, within 2 months, you'll have X, Y, and Z codexes, and within another 3 months, you'll have A, B, and C codexes, etc. Who cares about that? Who would want to see that? Would you want that? Or would you rather it was the way it is right now? Because I don't think I've ever met anybody who likes it the way it is now. And I think I've tried to argue it for a while, where I've said that potentially the reason why they do it the way they do it now is because potentially it generates them more revenue, because you'll buy the next hot shiny because you don't know when your shiny's coming, so you'll buy this one anyway. But actually, a lot of people that I spoke to have said no, it actually really pisses them off. I think a roadmap would be better. Like, chat's 100% behind us. See, Ginger Caesar saves me some money, that's what I'm saying, right? So I could budget my cash and spunk it all in one go. So this is why I don't think they're doing a roadmap. I don't think they're doing a roadmap because I think they think they'll make more money by not doing a roadmap. By keeping everything secret, I think they'll make more cash. Right? I just want digital codexes, 100%. Would love a roadmap. It would make budgeting so much easier. Yeah, see? This is what I think, Jay. This is why I think they won't do it. Each codex a month is so brutal. One codex a month is so brutal. The thing is, the release has been all over the place as well. Remembering that some of the releases have not come out when they were supposed to come out because of things like COVID. So it's like you have to realise that all of the publications, all of the printed books are sent from China. They're printed in China. Okay? So supply from China has still been difficult for GW for printed content. There has been occasions where we've been sent previews, given an NDA date. This is the date that you can talk about it. That's then been shunted back by 3 or 4 weeks because they've just had supply issues. And there's no point me sticking a big review out that millions of people clearly will watch, saying you can order it and you can't because they've sold out everywhere and they can't get the stock through. So the other thing that a roadmap potentially causes issue-wise, if you look at things like supply issues from China, is if they say within 3 months the 10th edition will come out and Space Marines and Necrons will come out. I'm just picking the same first 2 codexes that came out from 9th edition, obviously. And they don't fulfill that for an issue even out of their control, right? And there's potentially reasons why, for example, Necrons wouldn't come out and it'd be out of their control. And they don't fulfill that roadmap within 3 months. Unfortunately, there is a lot of people out there in the community that want to hate corporate GW. They just want to hate them. There are people, unfortunately, in this space, right? Don't be surprised by this, but there are unfortunately people in this space where GW could phone them up tomorrow and say, you've been a customer of ours for the last 5 years or 10 years or 20 years or whatever. We think you're a really valuable customer. So what we're going to do, actually, is we're going to give you £1,000 to spend in the Games Workshop web store as a gift because you've been a great customer. And there are unfortunately people out there that would go, it's not fucking £2,000, is it? What the fuck's someone going to get with 1,000? Like, that's people that will be like that. Like, you've been given 1,000 for free and you're whinging. Those people exist, right? So I think that there is also the concern that if they commit to a roadmap and they don't fulfill that roadmap, then potentially they could be hung for it, and that would be not great. So then they could be super loose with their roadmap, but then you might as well not have a roadmap, right? Ultimately. Make sense? Tim, you legend, 5 more gifted memberships. Tim, you can now set the new member goal for the rest of the month, right? You can set the new member goal. I know what the fuck moment like spending money on a book only to have dish out money for essentially the same thing. Yeah, that's a feels bad moment, right? Imagine people 2 weeks ago that have just bought the Demons Codex. That'd be shit. That'd be really bad. That's another reason why a roadmap I think is super helpful. But then, to be honest with you, even when you buy the new books, we're in a place right now where even when you buy the new books, you might as well not bother because within fucking 2-3 months, they're probably pointless anyway. Right? We get to a point where in 2 to 3 months, those books are null and void. We did it yesterday, right? With Custodes. We were playing Custodes yesterday. And Chris said so it was on the members only stream. But you guys who have all been gifted members too, you now get access to the Discord, ! Discord and chat, and you get access to all of our members only content. And we were on the stream yesterday, and we needed to find. I was like, I think that's changed for Custodes. So in the Codex, it was one thing, and then I found the FAQ something else. Then I found the balanced data sheet, and it was it's just bollocks, right? Right, we're going to change the goal. Tim said 300 because he likes the film. There we go. There's the fresh goal for you all. Legends. So big thank you, Tim, for gifting 5 more memberships. I think we're now all green names. If you own the books, though, we should have the option for an updated digital thing somehow. Yeah, I agree. If you can prove you own it, you should get free updates digitally. 100% agree. Push the boat out and set 500 members goal. I don't think I can do that, Gaz, can I? I think that's just necky at this point. Digital for rules, biodex, all hobby lore content with a code where you get the army list. Of course, needs a fucking decent app. Yeah, it does. That's true, right? The app is such a... And it's still pretty shit. It's still pretty shit. There's still nothing out there quite quick as... There's nothing out there that's as quick as 1,000 members go, says Russ. There's nothing as quick out there at the moment as going to the book, apart from the fact that the book's now out of date all the time. Throw paint schemes in the books too. The battle tomes do that. They announced the Sylvaneth battle tome already. I think they have, haven't they? Hang on. I need to show you something. What if Games Workshop bit the bullet and moved to unit card decks instead of codices? So I've said this forever. I would really love for codex, for data sheets to have almost like Filofax card type things, so that if you decided to pick 3 units, you could pick those cards out, put it in a folder that you could buy as well, and then you could go to an event with only the data sheets that you needed and only the things that you needed, right? That's something that I've been screaming about for a while, as a physical way of doing it. That way, if they do fuck the rules up so badly, a la Eldar or Talk, for example, where 2 weeks after Codex release, they have to send you a whole new datasheet out that you can download, then that, in that regard, they could send you the new card. If you could prove you bought the codex, they should send you the new card that you can include, right? So that's what they should do. Ultimately, an app that works is good, but what I'm finding, and we had this experience last night on the members only stream, right? So I need to be honest. It's not something I'd noticed before, but we had this issue last night on stream where at points both Joe and Chris were just looking at their phones, and they're not being antisocial. They're not reading text. They're quite literally looking at 40k rules, right, on their phones. But it looks awful. And even Battlescribe, which is one of the better ones, you have to go to view and flick through and find the rule you want and then read it. So one of the things I really want them to work on for the Warhammer app, the GW official Warhammer app, is accessibility of things. How quickly you can get to the rules you need to get, how quickly it loads. Someone said put paint schemes in. I don't know if you guys play, but have you ever had one of these? Battle tomes. So GW kindly sent me this battle tome. I've just checked; it is in fact available on the website, so I'm not breaching an NDA because I'm not reviewing these yet because I'm still trying to learn the game. And inside the battle tomes, you get your data sheets and your points and stuff like that. So you get all your normal data sheets and stuff that you would expect, right? Which is good, of course. But what you also get in AOS battle tomes, hang on, and all your rules and all your faction rules and your abilities, is you get fucking painting guides. They already do it. GW already do it. That's what pisses me off. They already put this stuff in here. They already put all this stuff in here. Painting guides in the books. They do it for one book, right? But they don't do it for 40k books. I'd love to have an iPad app. That's another thing as well, Meltdown. Like when I go to an event, I take my iPad with me for ITC battles, right? That's what I would prefer to have an iPad app as well. Joke for you. How does a woman hold her liqueur? By his ears. Oh dear, Fabius, that's terrible. The app sucks. Warhammer Plus did not deliver. GW needs better IT people, 100%. I would like the points cost built into the data slates. Yes. I hate it when you guys go on phones on stream, but I don't mind when Brom grabs a codex. Something a bit different about it. It's a little bit less I don't know why, but it's weird, isn't it, Gaz? It's a little bit less antisocial. What's the giveaway for smashing the goal? There's no giveaway for smashing a goal. What about talk? Yeah, it's something weird about when they're on the phone like this and they're both doing it and one person's got a book. I also want to come away from a point where both people on the who are playing are looking at rules at the same time. We shouldn't be doing that. Basically, Joe, if you're still, I'm just criticising you and Chris constantly now. Right? This probably means you don't know that our painting guides and Citadel paint for a ton of models. No, I know about that. I'm just saying that I think battle tomes are put together better than codexes. Basically. Are you building a tree army? Did Ginger Steve ask for it? He didn't know. That's what I mean. They made an AOS roadmap. Well, AOS has typically been a tester for all things 40k. You never know. Maybe. Warhammer app is on iPad. Did I miss something? Is it full size on iPad though, Ozzy? Is it? I don't think it was. I stopped getting codexes when the old Space Wolf one came out and needed... Yeah. I know where you're going, Tristan. 2 new pages. As a Chaos player, that book would be a slab of a book if you paint... You don't need to put everything in it, I will, do you? I don't know. I still think, arguably, some less narrative in codexes is considering what they're used for. I think there's better ways they can do it. I don't necessarily have the answer, but there's better ways they can do it, if we're honest. You alright there?
I might find someone who can do a rain dance. This is too hot. It's redonkulous.
I banned everyone from talking about the heat after the first 5 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Am I banned then?
No, I just banned them from talking about the heat.
Oh, so I can talk about the lack of rain.
You can, yeah. Are you thinking of doing any kill team for streams? I hadn't thought about doing kill team. Well, no, that's a lie. I had thought about doing kill team, but I'd also thought about doing AOS and Horus Heresy and other things for stream. And it's about... The problem with streaming is that with pre-recorded content, you can get someone in to play kill team, for example. You can play, I don't know, 6 games of kill team in a day, film all 6, and you've got, depending on how frequently you release it, 6 to 12 weeks of content, right? However, with streaming, there's only so many evenings in the week, and I need a team to stream, a stream team. We need at least 3 people for a stream. We have to have someone to run the stream. We have to have 2 players, okay? So because we have to have someone to run the stream and 2 players, I need 3 people to be free. Not forgetting that almost all of them aren't paid to do this, and they do it out of the kindness of their own heart. So Kill Team content's not off the table. Streaming it at the moment probably is. I'd love to see some Kill Team. Please do Kill Teams with Vex. I think it's absolutely amazing weather. I love the hot weather, but I don't want to have to work. It's bloody lovely here, and it rained this morning. There is a nice slight breeze to keep us cool, says Talk. Just to rub it in. So
Yeah, but the trouble is, we need a really good thunderstorm, because if we just have 5 minutes of rain, the humidity will go up so much and the mosquitoes will come out. So we need a really, really good thunderstorm that's like all night. Clear the air.
John said he'll volunteer as tribute.
What, for the rain dance?
I assume so. With demons
Thank
having Grey Knights as a nemesis, which do you think should be stronger, and which should a balance and which should be stronger, and should a balance between the two have been considered in the demons rule design? Yeah, I have an issue at the moment that currently the Grey Knight weapons, because how early the book came out compared to demons. See, why did Grey Knights come out opposite? What was it? Thousand Suns. Grey Knights should have come out opposite demons. They could have wrote the rules in conjunction with each other. So perhaps if demonic invulnerability was a thing at the time in which the Grey Knight Codex was in conception, they could have gone, cool, we need to give Grey Knight something that ignores demonic invulnerability narratively. Gaz says, why did you need to have a third person when Joe's in charge? It's the same camera angles and no one types any comments.
Oh, Tristan King, I have to go in a roof space tomorrow. I'm already dreading it.
Prayers for Tristan.
Yuck.
That sounds horrific.
Have you got Tristan, have you got one of those hard hats with water bottles either side and a straw? Just keep one of those on. Just constantly drink.
Yeah, I don't envy you. I was in the gym this morning, which is air conditioned, and it was still redders. I'm back in there tomorrow morning, and I'm not looking forward to it because I sweated a lot this morning. But hey, I would do a rain dance, but the neighbours will get me locked up. Well, they're probably already halfway there. Need a good ruin storm to purge the hellfire temperatures, says Mark. There you go, keeping it on brand. Love it.
Carl Moore makes a good point. A really big thunderstorm will most likely mean a bunch of areas will get a flash flood warning. Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah, you're right, but it won't be ours.
But people will get flash flooding. We don't want that.
I'm joking, aren't I?
Maybe we have a drizzle for like a fortnight. Just a drizzle.
Yeah, Vex. Grey Knights get benefits against demons anyway. They do, but I feel like nemesis weapons should have a benefit against demonic saves, you know. I think it would be good to push main nemesis forces together, wolves and Thousand Suns. Yeah, I would. That's what I would have always done for releases anyway. I always found it odd that the first 2 codexes, like, this is me. Is it me, or is it weird that the first 2 codexes were Space Marines and Necrons? Like, they didn't feel like mortal enemies. Doesn't really make any sense, right? They could have done Space Marines and Chaos and smashed a huge part of their player base straight away. As a pairing, Necrons and Eldar would have made sense. Demons and Grey Knights would have made sense. Orcs and Guard would have made sense. That's the logical pairing for me. John says he's meant to be moving to Cyprus next year. This is like their winter.
Ugh.
Could be worse. You could be Ginger. Not very many anymore. There is a tide of banishment and a fight last point upgrade to demons only, but a lot of them were ignoring invulnerable states. Yeah, see, exactly, which are now null and void. Unless they FAQ, which means there's more rules in more places, nemesis weapons to ignore demonic invulnerability. I have a friend in Salford, he reckons he would die in Australia. Never been to Australia. I don't think I fancy the flight.
It's long. No, there's a plane now that does it in one go.
How long's the flight though to Australia in one go?
I don't know. All I know is this plane made the news, so it must be the longest ever.
In now less than 2 months, I'm flying to Titans, which is San Francisco.
Oh, are you really? You didn't mention it.
And that's 11 hours
Oh.
on the plane.
You should really talk about it more if you're anxious about being sat down for nearly 12 hours.
11 hours on a plane. Ugh. Ugh. Should have been Space Marines versus World Eaters. That's not a bad shout, really. Yeah, absolutely. Heavy rain in London. Flash flood warning is a bit like when they get an inch of snow. Behave yourself, Cass. UK hot weather is Oz cold weather. To be clear...
It probably is, but we live in England, not in Australia.
To be clear, I'm not complaining. I love the hot weather. I love
complaining.
it. I went and sat in it for quite a while today. I love the hot weather. My theory is that Astartes and Necrons will release the same time, as both are pretty straightforward to paint. I guess that's not a bad shout. And I guess they don't want every single release box to be Chaos versus Space Marines, for example. But one day it would be nice for them to release a new edition that didn't have Space Marines as the first codex. But I guess we're not going to see that happen because they're such a poster boy. 22 hours. Fucking hell. That's a big old flight, isn't it?
I couldn't sit down for 22 hours.
Procrastinating. My theory is that Astartes, oh yeah, could be biased. They came back to the hobby in January. Well, welcome back. I'm glad you're here, mate. Glad you're here. Just looked up drizzle and found there is a size limit for the droplets to be drizzle, but the volume of it is not a factor, so you could have a torrential drizzle.
And that's my fact for today. Thanks, Gaz.
No, that's not how it works. The only reason why they're here is for your fact at the end of the night, quite frankly.
No, you lot.
I've done the trip 3 times now. It's a ship flight, 22 hours in the air is a pain. Yeah, that would be awful. Awful.
Do you talk? Do you have to actually sit down for the whole time, or are you allowed to walk around? You must be able to walk around a little bit.
It's on a plane, darling. You can walk around on a plane.
Yeah, but is it like... It's not like a train carriage where you can, if you find an empty seat in a carriage further down, you can go and sit there for a little bit.
No,
there's
but you
tag
still
on
can
it.
get up and move around.
But where is there to walk on a
Bring
plane?
back one gifted member option.
Is that not an option? I have no control over one gifted member option suggested. I have no control at all. I don't think I can. I can't turn on or off how many gifted members you can do. The only reason why I knew you could do 50 was because Big Dick John came in and gifted 50. Does it give me any options? Memberships. Best practices, resources, links. Nope, I can't edit I can't change it.
Minkster says he can confirm he's not here for the fact of the day. He's here for you. So you've got at least one fan.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I can't change that, Ethan. I didn't know that they turned it off. I just assumed you weren't bothering to gift any memberships out tonight, which is, it's fine. It's okay. You've picked your favourite. That's okay. Talk was strapped to the biplane's wing. Sleep on the floor. You've slept in worse places. I definitely have slept in worse places. They encourage you to walk a bit because of DVT, of course. Would love it if they went the route of the old Epic box. Release a box with Marines, Orcs and Eldar as the opener. Never happened though. No, but it'd be cool, wouldn't it, Jay? Well, not to start a set that doesn't have Marines in, so have to cycle through the other races as their opponent. Which is, yeah, inevitably what they're doing. Although there was, I guess that one of them, was it Dark Imperium that was Dark Angels? Like, that was kind of cool, because at least it wasn't just pure Space Marines, it was Dark Angels, right? I don't understand how walking about an airplane is a strange concept. Luce hasn't been on a plane. When was the last time you got on a plane?
I got on the plane when I was 9, so I remember almost nothing of it. But it's because my entire association of public transport is you sit the fuck down and you stay still. There are no children running about. There's no rude words. You're quiet and you sit down until it's time to get off.
Carol says, we love your facts. We're here for them. Jay says, fact of the day, well, guess I'm staying. You can walk around. It was pretty slack about thing at one stage. I just sat on the floor by the door with a blanket just to stretch out, and the hostess was cool with it. I guess they kind of understand, right?
I'm glad they do. But I don't know. I think if I just saw kids running around on a bus, a train or a plane, I think I'd be like, there's air hostesses with hot drinks. That's an accident waiting to happen, surely.
Tristan says he's never been on a plane. I am. You're not. I don't.
How dare you, Lehman?
What did he say?
So when she was 9 was about 30 years ago.
Ooh,
How dare you?
I don't have a problem with flying. I don't hate flying. I don't know issues of flying at all. But it's not something I would openly just choose to do. Like, it's not a pleasant experience flying. Tell me any of you think flying's a pleasant experience. Flying's a shit experience, right? You got to get to the airport about 3 weeks before your flight's due, only to find it fucking cancelled the thing anyway, right? So you get there three weeks early, only then to go, oh, we've had a problem and we've cancelled it. And the last thing you really want to hear when you're about to be fucking 50,000 feet in the sky is that they've had a problem. So then you sit there in the airport and you do your normal stuff, right? You check in, you get through security. I've checked in, I'm good, I've checked in, that's fine. And you get through security, and then they go, oh, yeah, thanks for being here when we told you that you needed to be here after spending £100 on a flight, but actually we're going to be delayed. Cool, happy, okay, whatever. I'm here now. Oh, great. Everything in the airport is 17 times more expensive than it's on the high street. And in the UK, things aren't fucking cheap right now anyway.
Don't
right?
you just take your cheese sandwiches with you?
So you go and sit in a pub in Heathrow and you go, I'll just have a burger. Oh, £28 million. Okay, brilliant. So then you sit there, you bankrupt yourself before you go on your journey because you're buying booze and food in the fucking airport. And then finally they go, right, you can go to your dock. We're going to give you a gate number now. So then you trudge down your gate. Not to mention it's full of other idiots that have got their fucking backpacks and suitcases and people wheeling shit around and just being annoying and inconvenient. You get down to your gate and they say, we're going to board you by your number. Inevitably, the ticket you've got always means you're being boarded 4th or 5th in the queue at the very fucking earliest. At that point, they start telling you, you know what? We've got a full flight, so we haven't got enough room in the overhead for everyone's overhead luggage. Oh, really? Well, don't fucking tell everyone they can bring it then.
You're really selling it.
Like, don't... If you've got a flight of 150 people, and if every single one of them brings hand luggage and you've sold the flight out, you can't put it all in the overhead bins, redesign your fucking plane, or don't let everyone bring overhead luggage. So we could ask you, at the point which you check in, if you'll take your overhead luggage and put it in the hold. Fuck off. Normally mine's got a 40k army in it. There's no way you're putting that in the fucking hold. And then you get to the gate and they go, we'd like to take your bag and put it in the hold. And you go aggressively no, and they go, okay. And then you go on the plane. And because everyone aggressively says no, because it's got laptops in it and iPads in it and expensive shit in it, everyone says no, you're not putting it in the hold. And then what you do is you get on the plane, and because everyone said no, and the person at the gate didn't take anybody's luggage off them, guess what? It doesn't all fit in the fucking overhead.
Flying can be great. When the missus, kid and mother-in-law fly to go on holiday at Sprill, it's when they make you go along it's a bit pants.
So you get on there, you can't fit your overhead in the overhead because guess what, they didn't take any luggage off of anybody, so it doesn't all fit. So then you put your gentle 40k army up in the overhead, and then some fucking fat biffer turns up and starts ragging it around because she can't get a full-size suitcase in there. Why have you got a full-size suitcase? Because she couldn't be bothered to pay to put it in the hold because that costs extra.
Ooh.
So the next thing you know, your hand luggage is fucking 3/4 of the way down the plane. And then what happens is you take off. Eventually you take off. Okay, fine. Now, normally I'm flying with people, so at least the person to the left and the person to the right of me are people that I know. Because they're not big seats when you fly economy class. They're just not.
Does anyone have work tomorrow? Do you need to call in?
They're just not big seats, right? So there's one person sat left, one person sat right. You're sat there on the plane. It's not the most comfortable experience, especially for me. I'm 6'2". It's a bit of a cramp. They bring out the airplane meal. Always a bit shit. You've got a tiny little tray and you're all sat there like fucking mini T-Rexes trying to eat your food, which is crap. And then eventually you just have stacked rubbish in front of you till they finally come and collect your rubbish off of you. And you try and watch a movie or sit there and sleep, but someone's noisy. There's a baby inevitably crying in the back of the plane somewhere because some mother goes, you know what, babies need to cry. They do, yeah, but not when I'm trying to sleep on a fucking 10-hour flight. Thank you. Right? Then you get to the other end, and what's the first thing the pilot says? Remain seated until we tell you you can disembark the plane. And what happens the second that seatbelt light goes off?
Everybody stays
it's
there.
It's a fucking fresh episode of Gladiator as everyone jumps up to try and fight each other so who can get their luggage out of it. Guess what? Your luggage in the overhead hasn't disappeared. It's still there. It'll be there whether you get up now or whether you get up in 10 minutes. Just fucking wait and let people in front of you get off the plane. Then, once they've all got off the plane at the front of you, you've got space to stand up and take your...
I think I'm good for my fish and chips at Hythe Marina.
Then what happens is you walk fucking 5 miles to get to security at the other end. Not forgetting you've been through security in one airport, you've had all your baggage checked, you've had your passport checked, you've had your fucking flight details checked, they've checked the name of your pet, your grandma, and the uncle that you used to know 14 years ago. They've checked all those details, and then the other side, they do it all again. I've been in the sky. When did I switch places?
You know, on a train, you get to see the scenery. When we go and see your auntie, we practically follow the River Avon all the way up. It's lovely.
So flying's a means to an end, right? I'm going to go to Titans. I wouldn't choose to do it because it's fucking farcical and they charge you for all that an extortionate amount for the privilege of what I've just told you. It's an experience.
I'm good. I don't need it.
We haven't even got to baggage collection.
Oh, okay.
The world's most disappointing merry-go-round.
Want some cheese with that wine whilst you're around.
It just fucking annoys me. When we went to mini wargaming in May, we flew with Air Canada, and that was an unbelievably shit experience. If you can avoid flying with Air Canada, do, because they were awful. I just, it's not something that, it's not a nice experience, right? It's just not. It's not something that I would. If you ever go out to if you ever go and visit mini wargaming, and you fly into Toronto Airport, when you go out and you go to the taxi rank and collection at Toronto, that is like fucking wacky races as well. It's unbelievable. I swear, most Canadians who are regularly picking people up from the airport will probably just buy bumper cars. It's easier. It's fucking mental. Honestly, right.
Dave's asking about baggage collection.
Baggage collection. Where fucking 30 people have all bought the same shit cheap suitcase from fucking Amazon, because otherwise suitcases cost you ridiculous amounts of money. And then guess what? The first one that the first person picks off is always yours. Do they put it back on the carousel? Do they fuck? They just stick it off the side. So you're stood at the other end, and the bag come around like, I haven't seen mine yet. I put a little bit of masking tape on mine, so I know, why the fuck hasn't it come round? And so you walk around the other side, and you go, it's on the floor. Who pulled it off the fucking magic roundabout and didn't put it back on again? Like, who does that? Thank you for the super chats, you heroes, as well. I love you all.
So are you admitting that you bought a cheap, shitty suitcase off Amazon?
Of course I did. Why would you buy an expensive suitcase? You use it like twice a year.
Why buy one at all? Just pack clever in a big rucksack. I don't see the point in the luggage thing. Just do the laundry while you're there. Stop being such a child.
If you're going for a week, you can't just pack in a backpack, you bloody fuck.
Do laundry while you're there.
She doesn't understand. She doesn't travel. She hasn't travelled since she was 40 years ago. Wasn't that what you said, Lehman? 40 years ago? I hate it. I hate flying. I hate airports. I hate people that work in airports. I hate planes. I hate other people that get on planes.
So new channel idea. Liam does travel advice. A couple of videos on YouTube, and Ryanair will show this before the plane takes off. Crash tips to mate.
The worst part about Air Canada as well is every briefing that they gave you, they gave you in English, then they gave it to you in French, because obviously there's French Canadians who speak
that's
French.
cool.
It's not fucking cool, because what happens is you put your in-flight movie on the seat in front of you, plug your little headphones on, you put your headphones on, and then the second there's a fucking announcement, you get the tannoy come on, and the flight movie pauses. Take your headphones off, and they'll bore you for 10 minutes about the safety information, which is frankly nonsense. If that plane's coming down from 30,000 feet, I'm dead. It doesn't matter whether I tuck my head between my legs and put a life jacket on. I'm probably just dead. So don't worry about that. Just let me watch my movie, and it'll get through his 10-minute chat about how to make sure your neck snaps by putting your head forward. You put your headphones back on. It plays for 3 seconds. It stops again. He does it all in French. I would like this. Can't the screen just say, "Are you French?" No, I don't need to listen to it twice. Right. Anyway, I would fly business more often if I had the pennies for it. Yeah, exactly, Carl. I went business to UAE once. It was bloody dream, nice lounge either, and you fuck it, don't. I bought to go to Titans. I bought premium economy just because I don't want to be sat shoulder to shoulder with two fuckers I don't know because I'm going on my own. So I bought premium economy to see if that's a step up. But that was double the fucking price, which I hated, but I didn't want to fly for 11 hours cramped against two fucking fat people who were probably popcorn in my ear the whole time, and I can't. And you know what's going to happen is the one on the right's going to fart, and then the aircon's going to suck it up and blow it back in my face.
You never know. You might be next to a toddler who doesn't like flying.
It's highly likely. Whilst being sat in front of a toddler that likes kicking the person in front of him as well. That happens.
But you get your shoulders untouched and you get your elbow rest. So you can't have it all. You got to find the joy in life, babe. Find the joy in what you have. Stop moaning.
It's a horrible airport, and public bathrooms in America are built for obese people. People actually like the rant. Okay, right, perfect. So we're going to fuck off 40k content in future for these streams. We're just because the viewer numbers are going up as well. We're just going to rant about things like airports and shit.
Angry man seen shouting at cloud in Southampton.
That's a good newspaper headline.
I hate planes. It's not the legroom that's the problem, Tim. Premium economy is 2 seats instead of 3 for each row. So it's the width issue that's the problem. I've got relatively big, broad shoulders, and so do fat people. So I don't want to be rammed in between fucking Ermintrude and another American name. Premium economy, they give you metal cutlery. Oh, so I can go on a murdering rampage if there's a baby crying. That's cool. Okay,
No,
I'm happy with that.
A butter knife.
You protect your head. You bring your head forward to protect your teeth, so they can make sure you're dead. Don't want the CIA confused that they got you or not. Yeah.
Next Dempsey Con, let's go fly.
Remember, Liam, it's a business trip. It is a business trip. Yeah. Imagine having to fill an immigration form to land in Afghanistan. Yeah, it changed a lot from my first time.
Do you know you're not allowed to take a parachute?
Do you have to fill in an immigration form to go to Afghan? I mean, that was a whole different flying experience. Flying via the RAF is actually shitter than Air Canada, believe it or not. Byron says, one of the best rants I've heard in 40k. It wasn't even about 40k. Liam's from Southampton. Yes, Tristan, I am, yeah. Head between your legs is to keep your teeth intact so you can be identified by dental records. Not if I'm fucking 75,000 feet deep in the ocean, it's not. Beer and banter, come fly with me. I flew premium economy when I went to Chicago. Never again business class after that. But I can't afford business class, Tim. Right? I don't make enough money to pay for business. I looked at business class and went, oh, to America, that shit's fucking expensive. You'd think the amount that they're charging everyone, it wouldn't be that bad. Sean Williams says, I'm American, can confirm we're all fat. Brilliant.
Oh my god, Jonathan De Silva. The brace position is legit designed to kill you outright so you can't sue the air company.
It snaps your neck.
What?
The brace position snaps your neck.
What?
Yep.
I thought it was meant to save you. That, do you know, now I think about it, why would the mask and oxygen fall from the ceiling if you're then being told to put your head between
your
legs?
In a car crash, in a head-on car crash, do they say if you're about to crash, what you should do is rest your forehead against the fucking dashboard?
No.
No, why?
I don't.
Because it'll snap your fucking neck. That's why.
I've only been in a coach crash, so I can't vouch for the car crash.
That's why cars have to have headrests. So the force, you lean against your headrest, and it keeps your spine relatively straight.
So if you see a car crash about to happen and you can't do anything, is the plan to sort of brace yourself in the back of your seat?
No. So the best thing to do in any kind of collision is to not brace at all.
Yeah.
Because at the point you brace, you tense all your muscles, and you're going to do more damage to yourself.
Yeah.
At that point, the people that typically get away with being relatively injury free are the people that didn't see it coming, believe it or not, because their body's loose and floppy.
Yeah,
so they
mine was
fucking rag around in the seatbelt.
Yeah,
and then they weren't tensing, and then
do you know the coach crash I was in? I saw people who had completely broken their noses. I'm guessing they saw it about to happen, but I'd just woken up, so I was a bit dozy, and I was towards the back of the coach, so I just had rows and rows and rows ahead of me, so I couldn't really see anything. And I wonder, for a long time, I wondered how I kind of walked away so well when other people around me had quite bad injuries.
Well, Master Will says, you struggle with your big shoulders. I'm smaller. I'd just be engulfed by the two fat people. Have you seen the ferry prices to the Isle of Wight? Fuck me, cost an arm and a leg to see my parents. No, I haven't seen those. I've never gone over to the Isle of Widget. Never had a need to.
Extra leg room for Liam Fund.
I probably can upgrade the flight now, Adrian, to be honest with you. I probably can upgrade it, but I haven't even looked to see if I can upgrade it, because I looked at the price once and then sobbed and just bought premium economy. And even buying premium economy, when I saw the difference in economy and premium economy, I was like, can I just sit between Ermintrude and fucking...
Or can you just be grateful in the privileged position you're in to be able to fly to go and see two people?
The flying doesn't need to be this complicated.
Oh my god.
It doesn't, does it? Flying doesn't need to be this hard. It just doesn't.
But you're able to fly.
Yeah, no, granted, but it doesn't need, the amount of money they make, it doesn't need to be this hard.
Shall I make sure that when you win the lottery, they don't give it to you all in 50s? So
Warmaster, I wouldn't want that. Warmaster will, in a car crash, you better go limp. Oh, okay, yeah, all right. I was wondering. Okay, just be drunk. Unfortunately, if you're in a crash, I mean, if you're drunk, that might be why you were in the crash, Jimmy. Drunk people take less damage in accidents because they are more relaxed when it happens.
Yeah, I believe that.
The best thing to do is to not crash, says Tony D. I mean, that's sound advice. That's fucking sound advice, mucker. Going limp saves a lot of problems, says Davey. Yeah, less kids. No need to avoid the freaking crash in the first place, but yeah, if you can't avoid, don't brace. I did it when I was rear-ended and had back problems for 2 years. That sounds like it sucks. When I had my car accident, I tightened up and braced, and by doing it, it tore my muscles in my back, and now my back is ruined. Yeah.
Ooh.
So yeah, so you don't brace.
Because your back muscles overlap each other, don't
so
they?
So all the advice in cars is you just don't brace. You hopefully are as limp as possible.
Yeah.
Why in a plane would they tell you to brace?
Well, then, yeah, because the mask and the oxygen falls from the ceiling. So then, how would you be wearing that and then putting your head between your legs? If that's true, Is it still the advice?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's still
That's terrible. I hope people on the plane go, no, I'm not.
the fucking
I might
stewardesses and
live
shit
this.
as well, right? When they do that safety brief, that safety briefing is fucking farcical. They'll go, there are 6 exits from the plane. 2 here. What's that? I don't know where the fucking doors are. I'm sat there and the bloke stood next to me goes, 2 here, 2 here, and 2 there. You haven't shown me a door. I want you to walk up to it and go, it's fucking here, mate. This is the handle you want. It's here. I mean, to be fair.
What would you do if you were the guy by the door? Would you be like, I don't like the pressure of this plane ticket. No, I want to swap seats.
I couldn't be the guy next to the door. I'd be like, what happens if I open this at the full altitude? Because all the videos show me go straight out the door.
Well, you'd be like, I've cleared the hand luggage.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. We've got no hand luggage issue anymore. Right? But I don't understand. Like, there's 2 exits here. Where are they? Doesn't show me anything. And then they have right. Fucking
Here we go, rant number 3.
They have a seat belt which is just a piece of material with the clip ends on it, and they go clip, tighten. Who doesn't know how to do a seat belt?
People who don't wear them.
Clip. That's it. It's not. If you can't do that, then you probably wouldn't have been able to get yourself on the plane in the first place.
My question is, why don't buses have seatbelts?
My question is, why do life jackets in planes have a whistle?
Because of Titanic. She used a whistle. I'm joking, I have no idea.
If you drop in the middle of the fucking Atlantic Ocean, it's the middle of the night and you're bobbing around, it's like 5 degrees and you've got what?
A door and a whistle.
40
Done.
seconds?
Life is saved.
What is it, 40 or 50 seconds before hypothermia sets in?
That's why you get on the door.
So the first thing you're thinking when you're that fucking cold, bobbing around in the ocean in your life jacket is...
No, get on the door first. Get on the door.
And if the lifeguard's up there in a helicopter, I mean, I've been in helicopters, they're noisy fuckers. I'm not sure they're going to hear... What's the whistle for? What's the whistle for?
You got a wave as well.
Unless they're expecting us to crash on a fucking random desert island and a game of 5-a-side breaks out. I don't really know why there's a fucking whistle. Right, back to 40k. Sorry, we've just lost 15 minutes to flying. Right, if a plane breaks up in mid-air, should be easy to spot the exit, yeah. So they can recover your dental records, that's great. Yeah, you should be able to see the Lee Evans sketch about Brits in a plane crash. I used to watch a lot of Lee Evans. I wonder if they do it to stop people panicking about a crash or turbulence or turning into... Yeah, I think a lot of it's for people's... I think it's a lot to calm people down, right? Because flying's magic. And I say that as an aircraft technician. Imagine being stuck next to Liam. Oh no, I'm sitting next to a giant hipster. Thanks, Andy, legend. They have to show how to use a seatbelt because some people are a bit thick. Oh, is that how you learned, Darius, was it? I never use them in aircraft. Buses are slow.
Yeah, but there's an awful lot of moving around on them.
Liam ran to the best. Thank you very much, Meltdown. What buses?
Yeah,
I can't get on peasant wagons.
The same flow
I can't.
Of traffic.
I can't do peasant wagons.
But I know buses go slower, but they're in the same flow of traffic as general traffic. And if coaches need the seat belts, and you could say that they also have designated stops, and there's a lot of movement on the coach, why doesn't a bus have seat belts?
But I can't. How do buses still exist?
I think they're invaluable. I've always been on public transport. I love public transport. I don't have to think about a thing. If my bus crashes, I just get on the next replacement bus. If my car crashes, I have to sort it all out at the side of the road.
Depends how bad your bus crashes, babe, because you just said you don't have a seatbelt.
Well, this is it. Why don't they?
The whistles to let the sharks know where you are. Minx has said so survivors can find each other, so you can die of hypothermia together. Brilliant. At least you got company. Right? Better than a whistle will be a mobile phone. I'm not sure. If the thing is, though, we know what the British public are like as well, Minxter, right? If every aircraft company put a mobile phone in each life jacket, after one flight, they're all gone. They'll all be fucking nicked, because that's what would happen. Oh, Jesus Christ. Replace the whistle with a party blower or a party popper. Well, it's been a good life. Right? It's not a whistle, it's a shark attractant, yeah. Does Power Armour have whistles? It should limit your fires.
Some of us, Liam, have been ensuring we have the body of a walrus. In the Antarctic Ocean I could survive for a couple of weeks if I could catch fish.
You can't catch fish, Ginger Steve. You broke your arm falling downstairs. You're never catching fish.
Ooh, Seren. I live with the Amish. Speaking of peasant wagons, how about the horse and buggy?
The what?
What was that like? Lived with the Amish.
Daryl says, late to stream, sorry. Has there been anything 40k related tonight? I mean, there was to start with, Daryl, yeah. Yeah, at the moment we're just talking about how shit flying is, basically. I wonder who people think help them if they survive long enough for 100 people all helplessly blow whistles. That's what it's for. It's basically for a... it's an... I can't even say it. It's like a whistle orchestra. As you all go down slowly. Fucking the tune of Titanic. I lived in the Amish. Oh, you just done that one. I'm not sure the Mid-Atlantic has great signal. Instead of a whistle, give me a boat. Hard to fit it in your life jacket though, Simon. Right? It's hard to fit a boat in that little pocket. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. Instead of a whistle, give me a boat. Instead of a whistle, give me cyanide. Actually, if you can survive the first few minutes in cold water without panicking, you're good for about 5 hours. It's handy. You're still in the middle of the Atlantic. You could take a helicopter longer than that to get there. You're still going to die. Whistle could be for an ocean rave. There you go. Go out partying.
Asbo reckons you swap out the whistle for a kazoo.
We all need yachts. Who's going to win a big fuck off bus or a small car? Well, yeah. Fact of the day, Liam hates planes. I don't hate planes necessarily, but it is they fucking. We had this one experience. We went to Gibraltar, right? We went to No Retreat in Gibraltar. Now I'm a tech person, and you all know that my business partner Winters somehow is managing to stream. I think that's magic. He's not a tech person, and he flies a lot. So going to Gibraltar, I was like, we should probably check in before we go, because apparently you can check in 14 weeks before you leave nowadays. We should check in before we go. We just use the app, the British Airways app, and check it. He's like, no, I don't need to check. We'll check in when we get there. I was like, well, yeah, but we can't. It tells me I can check in now. We should just check in now. No, we'll check in when we get there. And because he booked all the flights, because I hadn't booked my own flights before, because the army had always handled it with the fucking RAF. Jesus, don't get on those planes. I was like, okay, he knows what he's doing. Cool. We turned up to the airport. Turned up to London Heathrow to fly to fucking Gibraltar. Went to check in, and she was going. And it's like, is there a problem? Well, we're just making sure we've got a seat for you. I fucking hope you have, because we paid for it. We booked a seat. She's like, yeah, well, we might not have a seat for you because you didn't check in early. So that was the first time I think I burned holes in the back of his head. Like, I can't believe I was saying we should check in for about 4 weeks and he hasn't let me. And now I might not have a seat because we didn't check in early. And I was like, how can you... I don't understand how if I've bought a fucking ticket, I don't have a seat. Well, what we do, you see, on airlines is we oversubscribe the flights because normally some people don't turn up.
Who does that? Who spends hundreds on a plane ticket and just doesn't turn up?
What other business in the world does that? Can you imagine going to the theatre or the cinema and you walk up to a seat and go, this is my seat, mate. Nah, sorry, I got the same seat number, but I was here first. Oh, okay, cool. Oh. Like, no other business go, yeah, well, you can have a ticket. You can pay £100 for your theatre ticket. But it depends if you're there the earliest, is when you actually be able to sit down or not.
I wonder if that is actually a common practice in other businesses. When you do put it on like a cinema ticket, that it is like, yeah, actually, how are you getting away with that?
Bollocks is what it is, Luce. Right? Cool. Okay. Did you see the rat hope experiment? No. What's that? The question of the day is: does the whistle work underwater? No, it doesn't. He never specified what size of boat in the life jacket. That's true. Do people actually like playing pure demon armies? I just don't see the appeal. I love the idea of summoning units of demons. I quite like pure demon armies, to be fair. Standard deviation. I'm a fan of it. Hope gives people immense strength. You need a harmonica to play with some soulful tunes as you reflect how shit everything has become. Exactly. It's your fault relying on winners. Exactly that, yeah. They all do it routinely now. It's awful. It is awful. It's really bad. Like, how can you charge people for a flight? So when I go out to SF for Titans, I will be checking in early to make sure my seat's booked. But premium economy return at the time in which I booked it is about £1,000, right? Or £1,100. Let's say £1,000, so £500 each way. Imagine paying £500 for a flight and turning up and they go, you haven't got a seat on this one. What do you mean I haven't got a seat on this one? I fucking paid for it. Who else does that? You don't go and buy a new car at the car garage. You know, I'm gonna buy a new. Pick a car brand, Luce.
A Kia.
I'm gonna buy a new Kia, and you turn up at the garage. Oh, if you were here 10 minutes ago, your car would have been here, but it's gone now. What do you mean it's gone now? Someone else took it.
But then, do they refund you the plane ticket?
No, they just put you on the next one. Fucking unreal. Liberties, honestly. Do not put another 50p in Liam, please. Says Mixer. I would have to wonder if hotel rooms overbook or not. I don't know.
Maybe.
I've never checked in early. I will be from now on. Thanks, Liam. Please do, for fuck's sake, because they all oversubscribe now. And if every fucker turns up, someone ain't getting on that plane. What they do now as well? When you book in, when you check in early, you can pick your seat.
Okay.
And they charge you for it.
I did hear about this. It was on the news a couple of years ago. I think even before COVID, that was a news thing.
Bastards.
Because, it was actually because there was a family where they couldn't sit together, so their children had to sit somewhere else on the plane.
Yeah.
And they'd picked their seats, and somehow their seats had been...
If I took my kids on a flight ever and someone tried to separate me from them, I'd be murdering fuckers.
Yeah, apparently it's a common practice that passengers negotiate between each other so that children can sit with their parents.
I would kill some fucker if they tried to separate me from my kids on a plane. Not a fucking chance. Especially if I'd pre-booked my seats as well. Not a fucking chance. I'd be windmilling. I got extremely lucky when I flew to Singapore. They double booked my seat, and when I got on, instead of putting me in the cheap seats, they upgraded me to first class. It was brilliant. That is lucky, but I'm glad that happened to you, Talk. I will never use a plane. I would rather go by boat. I mean, I could go to Titans by boat. It's a fucking long trip, though. Right? He won't rage in Aeronautica. You can shoot other planes down. He would enjoy that. Yes, I would enjoy that. There is a refund. I had it happen when travelling to see my mum in Turkey for her 70th. They had to delay her birthday party by a day. The refund is based on the distance of the journey.
So you don't even get your full ticket back then?
I don't know.
Well, then is the ticket price based on the distance of the journey?
Oh my god, look at what the 8th stuff says. The story about the car being sold to someone else actually happened. Car sales agents made the list. We don't have a list, do we, Luce?
I do.
We have a book.
Yeah.
We don't have a list. Luce has got a book. It is called, if you've got young ones listening, well, they should be in bed, so tough. It's called The Book of Cunts, isn't it?
Yeah.
We have a book.
Yes, it is. Because I'm terrible for somebody done me wrong, and then time being a great healer, and then somehow I find myself crossing paths with them, and I think, oh, they were really funny. Why did we not talk for ages? Well, now I have my book, because sometimes it pays to refresh yourself on why you stopped talking to that person, because sometimes leopards never change their spots. And I'm not wasting my time with certain leopards anymore. So.
Oliver Wright, I need to watch that. There's a show called Heathrow's Britain's Busiest Airport. It goes into detail about how Heathrow works as an airport. It doesn't work. I almost got stranded in Atlanta when my United flight cancelled for bad weather. Want me to see if the RAF have indulgence flights to America? No, fucking God, no. Am I in the book, says Minkster? No.
Oh, you're never in the book, Minkster.
Chris Jericho has a list. Amazing. Come on, team. 23 more likes to hit the grand total of 100. Yeah, have you been shouting about it, Gaz? Gaz wants his 100 likes. Like the stream for Gaz. It makes him happy. They made that book. I got to get me a copy to see if my favourites did sharp in the book. No, we made our own book. Colonel, you misunderstand. All you've got to do is piss loose off and you go in the book.
But it has to be like some crime.
It doesn't.
It's not a petty book.
The boys are in there multiple times.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
Oh, brilliant. So the book of cards, does it have the entire YouTube members in? Just some of them, Lehman.
It's not a big book.
Is all of chat in the book? Possessed are well overdue. Possessed are... Where are they? When are they coming out? Oh, Gaz, you got your 100 likes. Nailed it. When are the Possessed coming out? We need to see those. They're sexy models. £45 return flight. Oh my god, Liam and Luce are dwarves. Yes, we do have a shit list. Is Luce starting a squats army? No, keep Gaz happy. Exactly, Daryl. Smash pass it, says Gaz. He's happy there. Look, that's a happy Gaz.
But people don't apologise anymore, and it really pisses me off, so they go in the book.
We don't have to apologise anymore in society, babe. You don't have to apologise anymore. Society now doesn't expect you to apologise. It just expects everybody else to move around you.
So they go in the book.
That's how it works.
And then when I go, it's been a few years, I wonder. And then I go in the book and I go, oh, yes.
Sandy, my missus uses the C word only for a few specific people. You don't want to make her use a C word. When is the Demons Prince coming out? I don't know, Lehman. I want that model too. A flight back last week, they reserved the right to change the plane, change it to a smaller plane with the same amount of seats for a night flight. Was a nightmare. Kids sleeping at all angles. Oh dear.
Oh God.
Need that new Demon Prince. We do need that new Demon Prince. It's a sexy model. I have to go, but what a brilliant rant as I'm currently at Heathrow and hate it even more than you. Sorry, Byron. Sorry. Oh, it's a fucking shit place. It was. To be fair, Toronto was worse, especially for departures, because you turn up to the airport. There's just fucking a sea of machines to board and to set your luggage off. You have no idea if you're using the right one. I don't know where my luggage is going, but I'm going to send it off on the little belt anyway. People don't apologise, smack them in the mouth. That's my attitude, but Luce doesn't like me doing things like that.
No, because then they say, I'm going to get the police, I'm going to take you to court, and you think, oh God, people just don't have the odd uppercut and then leave it anymore.
I like a good old-fashioned fight.
Nobody does it. I do not condone, obviously, fighting, but there's a reason why boys scrap and then it's done. Sometimes talking about your feelings just won't do.
Exactly. Right, you fucking bunch of legends. We are nearing the end of the stream. Talk has been desperately trying to get me to watch this. So what I decided I would do is show it all to you. So I'm going to mute the desktop audio. So if you super chat now or you gift memberships now or that nonsense right now, it's not going to go off, I'm afraid. Because I don't know if Talk's talking dirty to me in this video. But Mr. Steve, the legend, got the new limited edition Vindicare Assassin model and decided to get our dearest channel-owned Talk, one of our moderators both in Discord and on YouTube, to paint it for us. And that's because this is updated Reginald. I don't know if you didn't want everyone else to see it, Talk, but tough. Here it is. Here is Reg, the sniper. Our updated Reg. Look at that. Isn't he pretty? Good job, Talk. There you go. Not only did I look at your video for you finally, but I showed everybody on YouTube as well. He's a sexy sniper. That's our new Reg model. That's our new Vindicare Assassin. Super excited. Right, I can unmute.
Ooh, who did that?
Desktop audio. Talk painted that. Talk painted that for us.
Oh, is that coming over here?
Stuart Thorpe says, don't go, I have so many dad jokes to give. If you've got dad jokes to give, save them for Friday's Beer and Banter. What is on tomorrow night's stream, please? We don't know yet, guys. I think it's going to be... I think I'm going to play tomorrow. I feel like playing tomorrow. But the other reason why I feel like playing tomorrow is I need it to be a quick one, because on Friday I'm in the tattoo parlour. Because I get excited about a million tiny pricks. And so I feel like I need to race it along, right? I'm painting my one like Deadpool yesterday, yeah. Which actually, if you check out Jay from Mohawk Miniatures, he did it in that way, and it looks amazing. So, did we get a giveaway? If so, who won? No, you were 35 members away from a giveaway tonight. So 100 members in a night for a giveaway, right? Poor old John McCardle did his best, but you know. So yeah, my one's like Deadpool. Talks the one who's behind all these cans here, right? So we do enough giveaways anyway. You're fucking making me skin. The amount of times you guys hit 100 members, I'm like, oh my fucking god, I'm going to be fucking broke by the end of the month. I am grateful though. It is amazing. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with us. I think the only way for a quick game is to play yourself. I'd have a quicker game playing loose, I reckon, than Joe or Brom. But if I do let Joe or Brom run the deck, it means they get in charge of the new camera as well, which will be interesting. Tattoo, how you get my name on your ass? No, I feel like I should get John McCardle's name on my ass at this point. Right, just saying. Anyway, right. Thank you so much to everybody who super chatted tonight. You're all amazing. I sincerely appreciate super chats. They're incredible. Like I said, 10% of all super chat revenue is donated to charity. It's really important. We love it, and obviously it's strong revenue for the channel as well. We really appreciate super chats, and it's fun and interesting. You lot often make me laugh. We also really fucking appreciate gifted memberships. It's amazing because it financially supports us, but it also gives someone else a chance to have a look at the memberships. Come and hang out in Discord. Please, 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 if you've been gifted a membership and you haven't done so already, get yourself in Discord, !Discord. Come and hang out with us in the Great Hall, because it's an incredible place full of wonderful people on Starius, and it'd be really cool for you guys to come and hang out with us. It's also the place where we stick out all the notifications for your other membership benefit, and your other membership benefit is members only content every single Tuesday at 7:30. Joe and I are also looking at other potential benefits we can offer to members as well. So there's other things we're just trying to give back more and more and more to encourage more and more people to join us as members. So as a channel, we can slowly but surely take over the world. That's what I want to do. Take over the YouTube world. We want to be bigger than everybody. Bigger than everybody, right? We want to be the authority on 40k. That's the plan, okay? So thank you to everybody who's gifted memberships. And a special thank you to the people that choose to be a member.
Thank you showing him off. I'm super happy with it.
Good. I'm super happy with it too, Talk. It looks amazing. It's good job, mate. It's a great job. So yeah, a massive, the biggest shout out has to go not only to John for his 50 gifted memberships, but to all of you people that choose to keep your own membership. That's so very important to us, because you're not relying on a gift, you're choosing to support us monthly. Very important to the channel, especially with all the things we've got planned over the coming 6 to 12 months at least, if not longer. I'm very excited about where this could be going and how much more entertainment we can be giving you in the future. Specifically with a potential new studio space, we just need to keep that revenue up. But then I'm honest with you, I tell you guys what's going on, right? And I don't try and crowdfund it for 100 grand. Anyway, that brings us to the end of Wednesday night's The 40k Show. And plain rant.
What, a plain rant in that it was beige and boring, or a plain?
So we've finished fucking slagging off Heathrow and aeroplanes. We have talked a bit about Demons. I'm very excited for the Demons Codex. The second that Codex drops, you can expect to see the Khorne Demons on the channel on both the Tuesday and the Thursday stream. Be very excited to start running those again. But as we come to the close for this particular stream, as we get ready for tomorrow night's game at 7:30, make sure you come and join us tomorrow night 7:30. So far, over the last few weeks, we've been one of the biggest game streams on YouTube on a weekly basis. I want to keep that up, so make sure you come, make sure you bring your friends. I want to see loads of white names, so the super generous people that like gifting memberships can gift them memberships, right? Come and hang out with us tomorrow. But as we draw to a close, we end every single one of our Talking Head streams now, also there's Beer and Banner on Friday, with a spurious random fact of the day. And it's spurious because we've seen already that half of them aren't true.
And there's at least one missing from the book.
Why is there one missing?
Because it goes from like 175 to 177. Fact number 176 is gone.
They realised that one was fake and just deleted it.
Just didn't
change the numbers.
I reckon they thought we're going to have to print a whole other
Fact
page.
number 176 was that airports were engaging places. So which one are you picking?
So I'm going to go with how many people are watching. So in Disney's movie Fantasia, the sorcerer's name is Yensid, which is Disney spelt backwards.
That was a anticlimax.
Underwhelming?
That was very underwhelming, yeah. Now I know how you feel.
There was one cool one in here. The Stegosaurus dinosaur had a brain the size of a walnut. I can't remember which one the Stegosaurus is.
Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.